What's up, guys? So we are pretty much done. The engine bay, I would say, is 99% finished. We put all the finishing touches on it. We got all the wires hid back behind the little, I want to say that's like a 318 IS firewall cover. Got everything nicely tucked away. All looks pretty nice. A lines have been shortened. I go to the other side of the car. Show y'all what's going on over here. So we had to replace the manifold. The old manifold was creeping really badly. We had a 10-pound spring in it, and it creeped to about 16 to 20 pounds, so it's uncontrollable. So now we put an SPA log manifold on it, just a little log. Redid the downpipe, redid the wastegate piping. I'm working on the I'm working on the boost controller plumbing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it up here, run it into the cover, through here, and through this side, and put it on the boost controller, and then just run this cleanly around to where it's not hanging out. Obviously the big donkey dick 5-inch intake's not going to work. We're going to put a 4-inch on there and tuck it over here. We've got a lot of room for that now, especially losing an inch of diameter. I sent the compressor off to T51R Mods. Shout out to those guys. I had the housing polish on the inside and the T51R mod done. We're going to fire it up here today, here in just a little bit, and see how that works out. We should have fixed all the exhaust leaks. The manifold it's just been revised so many times, and it was just on its last leg. And we may still use it in the future because we really love the sound of it. I'll show some clips of the first couple of runs that we've made in this car with the exhaust sound. It just sounded so freaking good. But unfortunately, with not being able to control the boost, I really want to be able to run as low a boost as possible in this car. I know that sounds crazy, but even 350 to 400 horsepower in this car is an animal. So I want to run like 10 pounds base. I've got a 1.5 pound spring in it right now. I want to see just how slow this car is, the absolute slowest it will be on street tires, on 1.5 PSI, on pump gas. I want to see how much power, what's the least amount of power this thing will ever possibly make, and what's the slowest that it will go on the draggy. I'm thinking this car is going to go deep into the 13s on 1.5 pounds of boost, and it'll make somewhere in the 200s for horsepower. And then, of course, we're going to crank it up from there. But I'm doing a stupid experiment. I've been looking online, trying to find out who all has dynoed a 6466 on a 2JZ with cams and at different PSI levels. I can't find anything other than 20 PSI and up. So I want to see what it's going to do with very little boost thrown at it. I'm happy to say that we have completed the interior of the car. You guys are going to love this. So it's a long list of mods, but first of all, you're going to see the Nardi steering wheel, and you're going to see the paddle shifters that are on it. you're going to see a factory cluster because we are actually putting a tablet right there. We've got our Blink Marine CAN bus keypad there. That's my Bluetooth audio, you already saw. This is ready to roll. Got my Husco in there. We are going to replace this piece. I've got a brand new one, brand new from BMW, because the tabs right here broke. So we're going to probably modify it a little bit. But I got a little cover for the back, got a little cover there made. Not made, you know, remember we made this little cover here. Glove box is in, all this stuff is mounted. I like these seats. Say all you want about the NRG Prismas. These are actually extremely comfortable, and the color is the reason why I bought them. I don't like that bright red crap. I like the dark maroon. Had the back seats recovered. They came out really well. I'll get this thing in some light to get some better pictures and video of it, but for now, it looks great. Also, new floor mats from Germany, actually. Believe it or not, they came straight from Germany. So, what I'm gonna do now, I got the scales out. I'm gonna position the scales in the right spot. We're shooting for 2,650 pounds is what my estimate was, is where I'd like to end up in street trim. That is full weight. That's full interior, everything. And this is also on a full tank of gas. It's a 17-gallon tank. That is actually larger than the factory tank. So it's got a little bit more gas in it than the factory. So, you know, if we were to take, let's just say we were to go racing, take 10 gallons out of it and run it on 7 gallons, well, that's a lot of weight. And then I've got another surprise for you guys once we're done here. You're gonna love it. So what I'm about to do now is lower it down, and we are going to see what the weight is at. It is currently at 0. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. And it's probably gonna have the absolute worst weight distribution because it's a 2JZ way out in front, way up high, with a gigantic transmission. So, I'm not hopeful, but you know what? If it's somewhere in the 2600s, I'll be really happy. So here we go. Let's see what it's gonna do. Ooh. 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 Let's just put that there. Okay, I had that little chalk there just in case it starts to move forward a little bit. Trans is in neutral. Okay, everything is down. Let's make sure the arms are down. Okay. Make sure these are down. Okay, good. What are we at? Any guesses? Oh my God. That is way lighter than we thought it was going to be. 2607. That's with the sub in the back. We weighed the sub. It's 15 pounds. So full street trim, we'll just call this 2,600 pounds even. And how much does gas weigh? I'm about to find out how much gas weighs. I'm curious now because it's got a full tank of gas. I want to see what it weighs with race gas, like cruising night or whatever, go out and bust somebody's ass. I'm gonna pause it and come back, and I want to know how much 10 gallons of gas weighs. Okay, so I found out how much a gallon of gas weighs. 6 pounds. So 17 gallons right now. If I was to just take 10 gallons out of it, we're down to 2,550 pounds on this car. I cannot believe this. With a JZ, that is nuts. But we're not done yet because, you know, we've got the speaker in the back, 15 pounds. So that puts this thing down to a little under 2,600. So 25, let's just call it 2,595. You can barely get that on the M20. I don't see how we did it. I don't really have a whole lot of weight savings per se. We did take some of the sound deadening out of the floor when we were doing the trans tunnel. It was really gross and brittle and nasty, so we just took it all out. You know, we don't have an HVAC system because of the trans tunnel. So that's part of it. There's some plastic pieces that are gone. Really don't make a huge difference, but you know, it's a full sunroof car. It's metal bumper. You'll see this sub back there. It's pretty large. So I do want to see what the weight distribution was. I didn't even really look at that. That's really probably the most important part. I'm sure it's horrendous. That's upside down. Okay. Well, it's 20.9 exactly on the, holy crap. What? What the hell? Do you guys see this? That is exact in the rear. How the fuck did we do that? This is 26-pound difference on the front. Oh my God. What did we? I am so impressed. So what's 28.6 plus 29.6? I can't math right now while I'm thinking about this. 28.6 plus 29.6. An atrocious 58. Oh man, it's 58.41. That is absolutely garbage. We've got to do something about that. We may end up, we kind of was playing with it a little bit. We may end up dropping the engine down and sacrificing a little bit of ground clearance. I think we overshot it on the ground clearance and we got way more than enough. And I think we can go down a little bit, which may help some things. So that will help the center of gravity some, but I mean, God, there's nothing I can do about a fucking boat anchor in the front. And the however much this transmission weighs is freaking massive. And then having absolutely nothing back here. This will help. That's a large case diff that we're gonna try to stick back there. It's not a whole lot more weight, but it'll put a little bit more back there. Maybe I should put the radiator in the back. We are having some cooling problems. Go figure, right? Put the radiator in the back, it might throw a little bit back there, but anyway, so there's the weight. I got a little surprise for everybody. Well, my surprise didn't work out as planned, but I'll give you all a little sneak peek. Yeah, buddy, we got the drag pack. This is some VMS Racing Deltas. Yeah. You know, they're not welds. They're not Bellax, whatever you rich boys call them. But they will do just fine. I've seen some 8-second Miatas on these things, on 4 lugs, so I ain't worried about it. So we got RX-7 T2 brake calipers. We've always had to run a 20 millimeter spacer. There you can see, or not see, the 20 millimeter spacer is clearly not enough. It needs like a 50. We're not gonna do that. I think we're just gonna put factory brakes back on this. I have them. I've just got to remember how they go on there. I think they just bolt to the factory bracket, but it's got like some special stuff and it uses Corrado rotors. So I've got to get a whole factory brake set up for the front. I'm just gonna put some hot pads on it and that should be enough. Those brakes were always just like overkill anyways for this car, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want to be able to clear these. Plus I've got some other wheels that I want to clear. But I think that looks pretty freaking sweet. That's a 23-inch tall tire. Obviously, it's not down enough for us to show you the clearance, but I mean, it's gonna go up under there. It's gonna be fun. Shout out to Boris for giving us the specs on the tires. On the back, though, they look huge. They're really not. They're 24.5 by 8 by 15 Mickey Thompsons. These are ET drags. I've launched this car with these before, like one time. I was getting ready to go bust the 335's ass and a drag race at a track one weekend, and it got rained out, and then I never ended up going. So these have been sitting. But man, they look good. Man, they look good. I like the star pattern. They fit really nicely. I think they're probably gonna rub just a little bit, but we've got a little bit of massaging we can do. I actually have that whole thing I can like pull out, but probably just need to get in there with the wooden bat and take care of it. Man, this looks good. I really like the look of these wheels, especially the skinnies up front. It just looks ready to go fast. I don't know, what do you guys think? Obviously I can't find out how much the race weight is. I'm gonna assume those are 12 pounds, these are 15 pounds. Those are heavy. I'm probably gonna assume that we're gonna probably shave off like 40 pounds worth of weight. So I think with the sub out, race weight, the sub out, not a lot of gas, that's 75 pounds, 60 pounds for the gas, 15 pounds for the sub, that's 75 pounds. We're at 26, I think I reweighted and it was like 26.25. So let's just say it's 25.50. And then these are probably 40-pound difference. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll take that and I'll weigh it. and I'll see what the differences are. I want to say it's probably 40 pounds. That'll put us down to 20, is that 2510? Holy crap, 2510 maybe? I bet we can get 2,500 pounds out of this thing, full rate. Oh, we can pull the passenger seat and the rear seat out. That'll definitely get us down to 2,500 pounds. Race weight, this car is gonna be 2,500 or less pounds. It's gonna make 750 horsepower, and it's gonna have 7 gears to road. Bruh, what are we gonna do with this car? It's gonna be so fast. Oh my God. So yeah, let me get some factory brakes. Anybody want to give me factory rotors and some pads and shit so I can slap this shit together real quick? Just want to send it to me. I'd appreciate it. 9720 Paxton Road, Suite F, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71106. Send it to me. Anything else you guys got? But yeah, we're going to continue to work on this thing. We're probably going to burn those 888Rs off first. And then in the meantime, work on that. And then, yeah, we'll get some dragging runs out of this bad boy. I think I want to go 9s on 4-lug. I don't think it's going to happen. Boris says it's not going to happen. I think I can probably make it happen. I got a little formula. I think I'm going to put this 210 diff in here. And I've got the Born to Drift adapters for E34 axles, which have the same bolt pattern as this 210 diff. And I think I might be able to like slide some 210 diff axles in there and make it work and still run 4-lug. Be 210 diff. E30, 4, E28, whatever the 5 series axles are, 7 series maybe, and then keep 4-lug and be the fastest 4-lug in the world. How about that? Fastest 4-lug BMW. Is that a new record? I think we could do it. Fastest 4-lug BMW right here. I know that's a really very specific record. Add it to the list. First DCT 2JZ swap one. Let's get it. Okay, so I did the math on it. I weighed the wheels. I didn't get video of it, but I weighed the wheels and I wrote it all down. So the stock wheels, not stock wheels, these wheels. The front is 41, the rear is 48. The VMS Racing's, and this is with tires, 23, with tires, 31. That's a 70-pound difference. 70 pounds. So the scale adjusted a little bit. It actually went to 2620, about 2625. That was the full trim street setup. So let's take real quick the 70 pounds off. With just a wheel change, that's 2555. If I was to race on 7 gallons of gas, that's 60 pounds. There's 2495. Take the sub out, that's 15. 2480. Take out the passenger seat and the rear seat and seat back, that's about 35 pounds. That's 2,445 pounds, full race weight. That's just 2 seats taken out of the interior, sub taken out, swapping over to a drag pack, running on a little bit of gas. 2,445. This car's gonna make 750 horsepower, at least. Guys, I don't know if y'all understand how significant that is for power to weight, but I'm about to show y'all what it means.